So apprehensive was Lord Caterham of being consulted by George that he spent the whole morning making a tour of his estate. Only the pangs of hunger drew him homeward. He also reflected that by now the worst would surely be over. He sneaked into the house quietly by a small side door. From there he slipped neatly into his sanctum. He flattered himself that his entrance had not been observed, but there he was mistaken. The watchful Treadwell let nothing escape him. He presented himself at the door. "You'll excuse me, my lord." "What is it, Treadwell?" "Mr. Lomax, my lord, is anxious to see you in the library as soon as you return." By this delicate method, Treadwell conveyed that Lord Caterham had not yet returned, unless he chose to say so. Lord Caterham sighed, and then rose. "I suppose it will have to be done sooner or later. In the library, you say?" "Yes, my lord." Sighing again, Lord Caterham crossed the wide spaces of his ancestral home and reached the library door. The door was locked. As he rattled the handle, it was unlocked from the inside, opened a little way, and the face of George Lomax appeared, peering out suspiciously. When you're at the park with your friends and there's only one ball, what do? You share, because sharing is caring and caring is good. When you go to the swings, but they're all being used, what do? You take turns, because sharing is caring and caring is good. When you're riding the horsey and your friend wants to try, what do? You let them try, because sharing is caring and caring is good. The harsh reality is that while we may think of war and conflict as a thing for history books, the truth is that it remains alive and well in the 21st century. Proxy wars and local conflicts are rife throughout less developed regions of the globe, typically being fought for access to natural resources like oil. While powerful global nations appear uninvolved, through selling arms and subtle involvement, most world's developed countries can assist either side in a war to influence the outcome in their favor. Humanitarianism, it seems, continues to play second fiddle to self-interest. It was late afternoon when Mr. Utterson found his way to Dr. Jekyll's door, where he was once admitted by pool and carried down by the kitchen offices and across a yard, which had once been a garden, to the building which was indifferently known as the laboratory or dissecting rooms. The doctor had bought the house from the heirs of a celebrated surgeon, and his own tastes, being rather chemical than anatomical, had changed the destination of the block at the bottom of the garden. Look familiar? It should, because this is where we live. Welcome to our solar system. Formed some 4.6 billion years ago from the gravitational collapse of an enormous molecular cloud. While most of this mass became the sun, there was enough leftover cosmic material to compound into the planets of our local cluster: Mercury, Venus, Earth, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, and Neptune. You may wonder why Pluto isn't included. While it was once considered a planet, time has shown it is better classified as a dwarf planet, alongside other entities like Ceres, Orcus, Haumea, and more.